Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. 3 JDF soldiers hospitalized following crash in St. James. 3 JDF members have been hospitalized in serious condition following a two-vehicle collision along the Rose Hall Main Road in Montego Bay, St. James. The crash occurred about 11 o'clock and involved a JDF patrol unit and a high-security tour bus. Video of the incident showed one of the soldiers lying motionless under the wreckage of the JDF unit, which had slammed into a tree. The driver of the JUTC bus was not hurt. Audi Shaw facing $25,000 fine for careless driving following crash. Former Transport Minister Audi Shaw will either have to pay a fine of $25,000 or face the Maypen Traffic Court after his involvement in a minor motor vehicle collision in Four Parks, Clarendon last Friday. He has been charged with careless driving. Reports are that the minister was driving his vehicle along the Four Parks Main Road heading towards Denby when he failed to keep left and collided with a vehicle which was traveling in the opposite direction. The crash occurred sometime after 3 p.m. Mr. Shaw was not hurt, but the driver of the other vehicle received minor injuries. Golden declares PNP's best is yet to come. Opposition leader Mark Golden is claiming that a revamped and refreshed People's National Party is becoming increasingly appealing to Jamaicans, and the party's surge in favorability in its recent commission done under the poll in a signal of that interest. Golden, who is also PNP president, said the polls are now turning in the PNP's favor, as Jamaicans are now seeing what he considers the flaws of the Andrew Holness-led administration. He was speaking at the PNP's Hayes Division Conference at the Hayes Primary and Infant School in Clarendon on Sunday. I feel a certain sense of joy when I see the polls trending in our favor. Then I realize who I am, what I stand for, and what I can do, but I've been steadily working on things and putting our team together, Golden posited, adding that the best of the PNP was yet to come. We are way ahead now from where we were in February, and we're not ready to turn it up yet, he said, evoking cheers from the crowd. Golden said the favorability of the Jamaica Labour Party has worn and that the electorate has lost faith and confidence in the governing party. He continued, imagine the Integrity Commission produced a leadership code of conduct. The leadership code of conduct is nothing really. Anybody should be friend forced to sign. Not one JLP cabinet member chose to sign that document. The Prime Minister don't sign it. I sign it. And I tell my people I think they should sign it. We never force nobody to sign it. But every single one of them has signed now, Golden stated. He said too that Jamaicans are now leaning towards the PNP as the party is serious about tackling corruption. The Jamaican people recognize the decency in the leadership of the party and recognize that they can put their trust and confidence in the party now because we are manifesting an approach that is fundamentally different from the Andrew Holness and his team doing. The people are tired of Andrew Holness now, said Golden. Referring inflation and high cost of living, Golden chastised the government, claiming it refused to yield to the opposition's call to cushion the crisis, thereby spending $40 billion to uplift and protect the people. Citing fiscal management as important, Golden asserted that the PNP has spearheaded putting Jamaica on a good fiscal trajectory. We're the ones that put the fiscal rules into the law. We're the ones who recognize the importance of bringing the debt under Portia Simpson Miller with Dr. Peter Phillips as finance minister. We took the debt down from 148% of GDP to 115%. We are the ones that turned that corner for Jamaica, so Jamaica is a proper fiscal footing moving forward, he stated. Golden also implored PNP supporters to refrain from bringing the party into disrepute. Nobody said nothing in a social media that will make the party look bad. If you have anything bad to say, say it at your yard or in a meeting when nobody na flame. But once you say anything about the PNP in public, it must be something that brings us closer to Jamaica House, stated Golden. Murder trial begins for man accused of killing U.S. missionaries in St. Mary. The murder trial for St. Mary taxi driver accused of murdering 2 American missionaries in St. Mary in 2016 began in the Home Circuit Court on Monday morning. The 34-year-old defendant, Andre Thomas, is charged with the murders of 48-year-old Randy Hansel and 53-year-old Harold Nichols. During Monday's proceedings, the prosecution called 3 witnesses to the stand. One of the witnesses detailed how he found the body of Mr. Nicholson seated on the stone in a river with blood on his face. He said a cross had also been drawn on the victim's face. The trial is scheduled to continue on Tuesday. Mr. Thomas was joined to charge with Dwight Henry, a St. Mary farmer, but Henry recently pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder under a plea deal and was sentenced to 28 years in prison. The 2 missionaries were found dead in Wentworth Stick in St. Mary on April 30 and May 1, 2016. They were reportedly last seen alive when they left Tower Isle, St. Mary on motorcycles about 8 a.m. on April 30, 2016. Mr. Thomas is represented by attorneys Leroy and Althea Freeman. The prosecutor, in her opening address on Monday, told the jury that the murder is one of common design, meaning it was committed by more than one person with the same intent and purpose. She advised the jury to make their determination based on the facts to be presented and not speculation. Inspector Franklin Hunter laid to rest. It was a somber atmosphere at the King's Seventh-day Adventist Church in Mount Salem, St. James on Sunday, as members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF, relatives and other mourners gathered to bid farewell to the late police inspector Franklin Wayne Hunter, who passed away in May. Hunter, who was an officer in charge of the Mount Salem police station, died on May 24 while he was on vacation in the United States. He was 57 years old. During Sunday's service, which was presided over by host pastor Franz Chambers, fondly memorials and tributes poured in from relatives and members of the JCF concerning Hunter, who prior to his passing had been a member of the police force for 35 years and got as many as 20 commendations for his service. In an emotional and heart-searching tribute to her father, daughter Francita Hunter remembered him as a doting parent who always made sure to check on his 3 children's welfare. My dad was industrious, disciplined, jovial, neat, punctual, and he was a great motivator, supporter, protector, and a man of his word, and the list goes on. As a child, I clearly understood that he was a dad of his word, and whenever he would make a promise, he would always follow through, Francita said, in between brief seconds of trying to maintain her composure. I remember Dad on many occasions would visit school unannounced to see if myself and my brother department was up to standard and our uniform clean and tidy. It would fill my heart with joy when he would say, "I love all my children and pray for them," Francita added. The last voice conversation I had with Dad was on my birthday, and he said, "If no one else loves you, just know that I love you." Her brother Franklin Hunter Jr. visibly struggled against breaking down as he made his own presentation about their father, who he remembered as a people person who was easy to get along with. Throughout his life, my father embodied the values of compassion, integrity, and kindness. He had a genuine interest in people and had a remarkable ability to make everyone around him feel valuable and heard, said Franklin Jr. His warm smile and infectious laughter would brighten even the darkness of days, an indelible mark on our hearts. In addition to his appointment as the commanding officer for the Mount Salem Police Station, the senior Hunter had also served the JCF in various other capacities, including assignments at the Area 1 Police Division headquarters and with the Hanover Police Division and the Mobile Reserve. He was also notable for his work with residents within the zone of special operations in the Mount Salem community, as well as upholding law and order in other communities such as Cornwall courts. Deputy Commissioner of Police Clifford Blake, in presenting remarks at Sunday's funeral on behalf of the Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, said that the JCF had suffered a heavy loss. The passing of this law enforcement practitioner has cut short his contribution to our collective effort in the fight against crime. As we mourn his passing, let us pledge to carry on the fight of reducing crime in Jamaica, thereby making our communities safer. You will always remain in our hearts, Mr. Franklin Wayne Hunter, said Blake. Hunter was later interred at the Hillview Memorial Gardens in St. James. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification